Why would they ever cancel Heartland? The show's popularity has never been stronger, especially in the US. One of the most powerful arguments against canceling Heartland is its astonishing and enduring popularity, not just in Canada, where it first aired on CBC, but increasingly across the globe, especially in the United States. What began as a quiet family drama set against the stunning backdrop of Alberta has evolved into an international phenomenon. Thanks to streaming platforms like Netflix and UPTV, Heartland has found an entirely new generation of devoted fans who binge-watch every season and eagerly await the next chapter. In fact, it frequently ranks among the top family dramas on US streaming charts, outpacing newer shows and proving that its heartfelt storytelling, multi-generational characters, and emotional depth continue to resonate far beyond its country of origin. Canceling a show with this kind of loyal and growing fanbase would not just be disappointing. It would be a mistake that ignores the very audience keeping it alive. This passionate international fanbase hasn't just kept Heartland alive for an incredible 18 seasons, it's helped the series evolve into something far greater than anyone could have predicted. What started as a quiet Canadian drama centered around horses, healing, and family has become a cultural cornerstone for millions around the world. From small towns in America to cities across Europe, Asia, and even South America, fans have embraced the Heartland way of life. They connect with its themes of resilience, love, second chances, and the unbreakable bonds between people and animals. This global popularity has turned Heartland into more than just a TV show. It's a shared experience, a comfort series, and for many, a source of inspiration. Producers and network executives are well aware of this international success, and it's one of the most compelling reasons Heartland remains in strong contention for renewal. In television, a show that maintains high viewership and consistent fan engagement across multiple platforms and countries is rarely allowed to end abruptly. And let's not forget, Heartland still has several major storylines hanging in the balance, from character arcs that haven't fully matured to emotional threads yet to be tied up. It's clear that the series still has much to say. Although there's been no official season 19 announcement just yet, several insiders close to the production have hinted that news could arrive as soon as May or June 2025. This would align with the show's typical renewal patterns, as past seasons have sometimes been confirmed only weeks before filming began. Fans should remember that silence doesn't mean cancellation. More often than not, delays in announcements are tied to behind-the-scenes logistics such as budget discussions, scheduling conflicts, and contract negotiations with key cast members. And with a legacy series like Heartland, the stakes are incredibly high. The creative team understands the importance of continuity, emotional payoff, and above all, honoring the loyal viewers who've been there since the beginning. At the center of it all is Amber Marshall, whose portrayal of Amy Fleming remains the emotional heartbeat of the show. Her character's journey from a grieving teenager to a resilient mother and horse whisperer has deeply touched fans of all ages. Amber's grounded, heartfelt performance has anchored the series through every twist and turn. To imagine Heartland without Amy is almost unthinkable. Her presence is not just central, it's essential to the show's soul. It's this very connection between character, story, and audience that keeps hope alive for one more ride into the beautiful Alberta sunset. Rumors continue to swirl around Amber Marshall's future with Heartland, especially as she explores new personal and professional milestones outside of the show. After nearly 2 decades of embodying Amy Fleming, a role that has become iconic in family television, fans have naturally begun to wonder, what's next for the actress who helped define the soul of the series? Although Amber has not officially confirmed any intentions to leave, it's clear that her presence remains the show's emotional compass. Her continued involvement or potential departure will be a decisive factor in whether season 19 goes into production, and if it does, how the story will unfold. Without her, Heartland would be forced to reimagine itself entirely, and for many, that would mark the end of an era. After 18 seasons, it's also realistic to consider that both cast and crew may be feeling the weight of the long-term commitment. Returning year after year to the same emotionally intense, physically demanding environment can lead to creative burnout, even on a beloved set like Heartland Ranch. But this weariness doesn't necessarily point to cancellation. Instead, it might prompt the team to shift timelines, delay production schedules, or restructure the narrative in a way that allows the characters and the actors portraying them more flexibility and closure. In terms of cast dynamics, Georgie Wentz, a fan favorite for her athleticism and emotional complexity during her teen years, has had noticeably reduced screen time in recent seasons. Surprisingly, this hasn't negatively affected ratings or fan loyalty. It's become increasingly clear that while Georgie's story was significant, the emotional heartbeat of Heartland is still deeply rooted in Amy, Jack, Lou, Tim, and the land they call home. The ranch itself is a character symbol of healing, resilience, and generational legacy. As long as that foundation remains intact, Heartland continues to resonate with its global audience. However, nothing has shaken the fandom quite like the recent surge in speculation about a potential return of Graham Wardle as Ty Borden. After T's shocking and tragic death in season 14, viewers were left reeling and many never fully moved on. Wardle's decision to leave was rooted in his desire for personal growth, spiritual exploration, and new creative ventures like his thought-provoking podcast. Yet whispers in the fan community, subtle hints in interviews, and behind the scenes, clues have reignited hope. Could Ty return in season 19, even if just for a brief, symbolic, or dreamlike appearance? If he does, one thing is certain: it would require Amber Marshall's full participation. The story of Ty and Amy is the beating heart of Heartland, spanning love, loss, healing, and parenthood. A reunion between the two, whether real, imagined, or supernatural, would deliver the emotional payoff that longtime fans have craved. Since T's departure, it could serve as the perfect emotional arc to honor the past and possibly bring the series to a poignant close. Still, it's important to acknowledge the realities of television production. Even shows as beloved as Heartland cannot escape the broader industry challenges: rising production costs, evolving viewer habits, and cast turnover all factor into renewal decisions. The business side must balance with the artistic. While all signs lean toward continuation, the lingering uncertainty keeps fans on edge. The question is no longer just if there will be a season 19, but how it will look, who will return, and whether this next chapter could be the last ride into the Heartland sunset. With Amber Marshall's iconic presence, a passionate fan base across the US and beyond, and the exciting possibility of Graham Wardle's return, Heartland clearly isn't finished telling its story. If season 19 becomes a reality, it has the potential to be one of the most heartfelt, powerful seasons yet, whether it's the beginning of a new chapter or a deeply moving goodbye to a show that has meant so much to so many. What are your thoughts on the future of Heartland? Could this next season bring the reunion we've all been hoping for? Drop your thoughts, theories, and hopes in the comments below. I read everyone and love hearing from fellow fans. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. If you enjoyed this video and want more Heartland updates, emotional deep dives, and fan theories, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new upload. Until next time, stay passionate, stay kind, and as always, see you in the Heartland.